Hi, my name is Jake Hensel with the Kettering Parks Recreation and Cultural Arts Department. I'm the sports supervisor and oversee youth sports here in Kettering. Today we want to talk to parents about how you can show empathy with your child in youth sports. The first thing that we'll talk about today is how your child can fill the emotional tank of other kids on his team. The first thing you want to tell your child is make sure they encourage other kids and include other kids on their team. Many kids come from different backgrounds, might be in different grade levels or go to different schools, so it's important to include everyone as one team and also encourage them as they go through the season. The second thing is how you can talk to your child. Some kids like to talk a lot after the games and some kids don't like to talk at all. So it's important as a parent to guide the conversation but let your child lead it. If your child does not want to talk after the game, check back in a few hours, maybe he will at that point. It's always important to follow the 3-to-1 ratio when talking to your child after a game or practice. You want to say 3 positive things for every 1 negative. So if you have something he wants to improve on, you've already brought his emotional tank up before you give the negative or the thing you want him to improve upon. Now let's talk about parents in the stands cheering as fans. It's always important and great to cheer for your own team, but it's important not to put down or boo the other team. Also, you have to keep in mind as a parent when you are cheering what's an appropriate amount to cheer and what's too much. No one wants to see that parent cheering the whole game and just being obnoxious, and it's going to embarrass your child. So keep that in mind whenever you're cheering at your next game. Finally, let's talk about parents communicating with coaches. It's important as a parent to give some time after the games before communicating with the coach. It's easy to get frustrated over playing time or different things like that. So right after the game is probably not the best time to talk to the coach. Instead, wait 24 hours, and if you still feel passionately enough that you need to contact the coach, that might be a good time to do so. It also might be a good idea to do that through email rather than face-to-face contact so the coach can think about your questions or concerns before getting back to you. The final thing I want to talk about is getting your kid into a mistake ritual. When they make a mistake, they can do something like shake their arms to shake off that mistake. It's important for them to know that they need to move on to the next play instead of dwell on that thing that they did not do well. To wrap things up, as a parent, always remember to have your kids fill the emotional tank of themselves and other players, always uplifting and positive things during the game. Also, as a fan, whenever you're cheering, remember the appropriate amount to cheer and only cheer for your team. Don't bring down the other team. And finally, the most important thing is to listen to your child. Let them lead the conversations before and after practices, and then you can help guide them, but always remember to keep it positive.